I'm feeling good. I'm actually, okay, the talk's already started, so let's just start. I'm going to ask you guys a question. How many people here, I won't be able to see everyone, but how many people have failed in school? And when I mean failed, you have repeated a year. How many people have done that? One? Okay. How many people have failed twice? I'm not going to ask thrice now. I know I have a companion here. But you see, we have a niche. So I've failed twice in school. I've failed once in college. And I'm not trying to glorify all of this. I'm genuinely not. I really tried hard. I tried hard to pass. I tried hard in all my subjects, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I at times thought that I wasn't sharp enough. Uh, my family, I'm originally from Rajasthan. My family did support me, but they couldn't see that I wasn't really bright in the studies, and they couldn't do much about it. They had to look at the people close to them, and they had to think that the people close to them, or Sharmaji's 3 blocks away, their kids were doing better. I don't know how. I don't know what were these guys eating or what was happening with them. Someone actually mentioned before me that if you're lucky enough to recognize your passion, you should pursue it. And that's very rightly said, because I think I've been really lucky to realize that acting is my passion. I love being in front of the camera. It is so soothing when you hear that action and cut. Action and cut is like swimming for me. So I used to swim professionally. They used to say, take your marks, go. So after I used to hear, take your marks, go, there wasn't anything. While I was in the pool, I wouldn't hear my mother telling me that I'm not good in studies. I wouldn't hear my neighbor telling me that, you know what, you're not good in cricket. I wouldn't hear any criticism, any good things. It was just me. It was just me in the 50 meters breaststroke competing for my city, my state, whatever I was doing that. That's what acting gives me right now. That's what the camera gives me. The action and cut, the moments in the middle. I forget everything. And as someone said, I found my passion. A lot of people run into me and they ask me, what is acting? What is acting? So let me tell you guys this, that all of you are actors. No, I'm not actually joking. So acting is behaving honest under imaginary circumstances. I didn't say it, Sanford Meisner did. What does he mean? Have any of you guys been caught by cops ever? Stopped? Everyone, right? Like if you're not raising your hands, you're probably not driving, taking an Ola or an Uber. But this happens, right? And we suddenly become actors. We're like, oh no, I live right here, It's just like, अरे नहीं अभी तो चाची के घर है ना, it's just important. So all of us become actors. So acting honest under imaginary circumstances. And one thing that has happened with me a lot, that a lot of people actually come up to me and tell me that, you know what, my friend's son, this kid, that kid, they're not doing anything in life. Actor bana do yaar inko. So I actually look at this that people really need to understand that it is a profession. We do this full time. But I'm going to narrate a small story so you guys could empathize with what we do. Because a lot of people connect acting, modeling, and direction with a lot of glamour, a lot of glitz. It's there, but there are other things as well. And here comes my story. Story time. I've divided my story into 8 parts. One fine day, sitting at a friend's house, I get a call from a manager, come booker, come friend, that Shray, you're going to Argentina. Argentina? I mean, who doesn't want to go to Argentina? Because I had auditioned for something which was the project was to be held there for a certain brand. I got really excited. I'm from a small city. I thought that from my city, no one's been to Argentina. So I was taking pride like that I'm going to go to Argentina, Shray. It's going to be amazing. Let's go to Argentina. But as she knows me, I get excited about everything. Here comes stage 2. She's like, don't be too excited. but they really want you. I was like, oh, how to be not excited about going to Argentina? It's exciting, right? Like a long flight, you can sleep on the flight, eat on the flight for free. Unlike domestic airlines. Here comes stage 3. I'm making my personal travel plans. You know, there comes that stage that you make your personal travel plans. That I'm going to Rosario, I'm going to Buenos Aires, and all of these places. I'm going to go see this football club called Young Boys. Big Messi fan. That I'm going to see where Messi was born. So yeah, got really excited. And this stage 3 was, I was doing all of that. Stage 4. They call me and they're like, can you give us your documents? See, if it's not that email which promises you to give you $1 billion and someone asks you documents, you give them documents and you get excited. It wasn't that email that we'll give you $1 billion, it was just give us your documents. I got excited. It was an ITR, it was my passport, it was everything they needed. And I was like, okay, it's serious. They want my documents. Here comes stage 5. The money that I'm going to get is big. I haven't dealt with such money in my life, because I haven't had a proper job. So I was like, this is real talking money, You got to plan how to spend it. There are things you can do, Shray. You can go to other countries after that. I started my planning of the trips after Argentina. So that's how ahead I went. There comes stage 6. I started having meetings with the production where they started narrating the story to me, how they wanted to do it, and the fittings of clothes that you have to wear this and that. And then I'm Skyping with this director who's not based in India, who's based outside India. And I was like, okay, this is, like living a dream, coming far away from my small city and doing all of this. Then comes stage 7. Shray, it's finalized. You are going to Argentina. You know what? I still remember I was walking on the road and I looked up in the sky and I said, thank you, God. If there was one thing I really wanted, it was this. At that point in time, I said, it was this. Suddenly, something happened and there comes stage 8. Shray, you're not going to Argentina. I was like, not going to Argentina? What does that mean? You remember you said on stage 1 that I was going to Argentina? I got really excited because you said that I'm the one. You chose me. Wasn't that something you really wanted? I didn't know what happened. I was shell-shocked. It was painful for me. The stage came as a bazooka. It hit me. I didn't know what to do. I genuinely didn't know what to do. I had a mental breakdown. I had anxiety. I didn't speak to people for 8 to 10 days. I started eating everything. I stopped talking to people about anything. I just, I had these, I felt someone sitting on my chest and, trying to kill me. And even today, when I think of this, it's very heavy. It's very heavy, right? Like when something's going to happen in your life, and if it doesn't happen, it's heavy, right? Here's the beauty of this. It happens with us again and again. While I'm talking to you here, there is Argentina happening with another actor somewhere in this city. And not one, many. This happens with us every day. This is our life. And, it actually boggles me that we have become so conditioned to such things that these things affect us less now. So I'm like, really? This is how you're living life now? So I'm going to take you through some facts now, because people don't know these facts. And I take mental health very seriously. So more than 60% actors have anxiety. People don't understand what anxiety is until it hits you. While I tell you this, I have goosebumps, and I'm not lying. You can see it. Maybe the lights show it. People, you do not feel like talking to anyone. You start imagining things. It's just, things are not right. You become different. You don't know that version of yourself. And the worst is, you can't prepare for it. I don't know how to prepare for it. I'm not saying that it happens with me, but it happens with people outside. I've gone through a mental breakdown. I won't lie to you, I haven't had depression. Restlessness, you don't know what to do. It's a very numb feeling. You know, it's just, you're trying to do things, but you're not really succeeding. You become very, very self-critical. There have been times after that Argentina thing happened, I started calling myself a lot of very things. I said that you're not adequate, you don't deserve to be here, you're not ready, you don't look good. So things like that, and it was very, very difficult. The self-esteem, which is a very important bit of being an actor or a performer, goes for a toss. It becomes really, really low. It's a difficult feeling. Why does this exist? I tried to sit down and think that, I really need to figure this out. I need to figure this out for my community. I said that, what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to just figure it out for people. I'm going to figure it out for my friends, people who do what I do. No one likes to talk about it. And a funny incident, I actually shared my talk with a friend who's a very big actor. I'm not going to name him. And he said, Shray, are you sure you want to share the Argentina incident with people? Because it's not a really positive thing to share about yourself. I said, why wouldn't I share it with people? If me sharing something with people can tell people to be ready for something, I would share it. I'm not trying to be really proud of the fact that I'm sharing it with you, but I just wanted to share it. I wanted people to know that we go through this every day. Apparently, if you talk about mental health or you talk about mental health issues, the value goes down. I still haven't figured out what that value is and how does it go down, but it goes down. The fear of the societal downfall. Everyone's scared of that, publicly I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose publicly. You talk about actors who have killed themselves. There have been so many. I don't want to get into names here because I don't know what specific issues they had. The last one, which really, really shook me, was Chester Bennington. People really need to take all of these things seriously. And the youth who's sitting here, who's probably sitting back home washing things, need to take mental health very seriously. This really annoys me. When someone wants to talk about mental health, people look at it as a disease. It's not a disease. To be fit mentally is a requisite. Everyone should be fit mentally, or at least strive to be. We shouldn't look down on people who are not mentally doing well. We shouldn't. Solutions. I wanted to call it how to, but I called it solutions. Very important thing, you got to reach out. Something I couldn't do, but anytime you feel that there is a need, that mentally you're not stable, you need to talk to someone, you're feeling suicidal, your self-esteem is going for a toss, you're restless, you got to talk to people. And there will be times when people won't understand you. It's okay, because they're not in your shoes. They won't be able to empathize with you. But you got to do it. You have to reach out. That's your duty. I ask this, that please reach out. And if other people won't listen to you, I will listen to you. Please reach out to me. If you any day feel that you should harm yourself, please reach out. One thing it really helps, which really helped me because I got into a routine. I started using a planner. I started saying that at this point in the day, I'll be doing this, and this point in the day, I'll be doing this. I got into fitness, physical fitness. How many people go to gym here? Any? No one goes to the gym? Oh, one person goes to the gym. Okay. So I'm saying I was expecting a lot more hands, but a lot of people go to the gym, but how many people meditate? That was my thing. One person meditates, so we are pretty even here, you know. So I just want to say that you got to look at these things very seriously. Very important. Support from family. You know what? At times I think people who are born in the metros are luckier because our families, when I say our families, because I come from a small city, our families don't really empathize. They don't really understand. If they could understand my mental battles or anyone's mental battles who are going through them, life would be so much easier. I wish they could. And I really want them to. One very important thing, I was just talking to Samantha downstairs about this, that people don't really respect the profession of actors. They say they look up to them, but there's no respect. I really want people to understand that what we do is serious. What you see might not be serious because you only see, like I'm not talking about you guys, where people can only see the wrongs of it. But we have serious business. We actually do this full time. We make a living out of this. I really want people to respect our profession. This is the last thing I wanted to say because these are two things that people, I believe, do not take very seriously. Mental health is as real as climate change. The day people understand climate change, I think they'll understand mental health. Thank you.